Substance 3D Painter just shipped the ribbon tool. Users have been requesting it for years, and the reaction across every forum and comment section this week was immediate and genuine. One artist said they'd been having nightmares trying to solve path-based texturing in Substance Designer. Another called it the update they'd been waiting for since they started using the tool. That alone would be worth talking about. But it happened the same week that Megalights went production-ready in Unreal Engine 5.8. Cavalry went free for every motion designer on the planet. Gaussian splatting started showing up inside enterprise GIS platforms, and Claude learned how to drive Blender through MCP. This is one of those weeks where you look up and the ground has shifted under 5 different parts of the pipeline simultaneously. By the end of this, you'll know exactly which moves matter and which ones are noise. This is MonsterPixel Labs. We cover the real state of CG, VFX, and games. Not the press releases, not the launch trailers. The actual ground truth from people doing the work. If that's the kind of signal you want, subscribe. We make these specifically for people shipping shots, shipping frames, and shipping builds. Let's start with SIGGRAPH season. The ribbon tool is the headline, but the deeper story is that Substance Painter is earning something rare right now: trust. Artists are calling it the one Adobe product that consistently ships meaningful updates. That matters because the industry default toward Adobe is skepticism. Meanwhile, OpenPBR is gaining real traction as a cross-company standard, with major DCC vendors aligning on a shared material model. If you work across multiple renderers, that convergence is going to simplify your life in ways that compound over the next 2 years. And Marvelous Designer shipped GPU trims and a new lacing tool alongside tighter MetaHuman integration, which signals that the cloth-to-game character pipeline is getting shorter fast. Unreal Engine 5.8 brings Megalights to production status. That's the one to watch. Nanite foliage is still experimental, which frustrates people, but Megalights being stable changes how you light dense environments at scale. The other signal from the UE5 community this week is the AGLS template from Jacob W. Solo developers are calling it the most comprehensive locomotion system available to independents. One commenter said it already looks better than Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's the kind of tool that compresses the gap between a solo developer and a funded studio. Neural rendering is where things get interesting. Blender's geometry nodes ecosystem continues to expand for motion graphics, pulling artists away from After Effects and Cinema 4D. Pezza's ant colony simulation went viral when it accidentally reproduced a real ant death spiral through emergent behavior alone. No one programmed it. The simulation discovered it. That's the kind of result that makes you pay attention to what reinforcement learning can do inside creative tools. Gaussian splatting crossed a threshold this week. It showed up in ArcGIS. It showed up in 3D Vista virtual tours. Google is pushing 3D Street View reconstruction that uses the same underlying capture principles. The consensus forming across multiple communities is clear. Gaussian splatting is the most exciting 3D capture technology available right now, and it's being drowned out by louder AI announcements. The splat-to-mesh pipeline still needs work. File sizes are large, but the direction is locked in. In the game development space, the MetaHuman Creator plugin update is quietly significant. Artists can finally modify body proportions directly, reducing dependency on expensive third-party character tools. One developer said it killed entire third-party workflows overnight. That's a pipeline shift worth tracking. And then there's Blender MCP. Claude can now execute procedural operations inside Blender through the Model Context Protocol. The keyboard animation demo turned heads. Experienced artists are right to note that the output requires cleanup, but the trajectory is undeniable. AI as a co-pilot inside your DCC application is no longer theoretical. It's a workflow you can test today. Finally, Cavalry going free after the Canva acquisition is a genuine event for motion designers. The comment sections are full of artists packing their bags from After Effects. When a professional-grade tool removes its price barrier entirely, adoption curves steepen overnight. Now here's what connects all of this. Every major development this week shares one characteristic. The distance between an individual artist and a production quality result got shorter. The ribbon tool, Megalights, MetaHuman body editing, Cavalry going free, Claude inside Blender, Gaussian splatting in consumer platforms. None of these replace skill. All of them reduce the friction that used to stand between your ability and your output. The industry isn't being replaced. The barriers inside it are being dismantled, and the artists who recognize that distinction are the ones who will move fastest. So here's my question for you. Which of these developments actually changes your pipeline this month? Not in theory this month. Tell me in the comments. If this kind of analysis is worth your time, the like helps us know to keep making it. Subscribe if you haven't. Next week, we're breaking down the full SIGGRAPH 2026 preview and what the technical papers tell us about where rendering is headed in 2027. See you then.